Time now for the Muletrain news program on this Wednesday, May the 28th, 2025. Brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Church service for Curtis Smith, 78 of Muleshoe, will be held this afternoon, Wednesday, May the 28th at 2 p.m. at the Muleshoe Church of Christ with Mike McDonald of Lubbock officiating. Burial will be in the Bailey County Cemetery. Curtis died Saturday, May 24th in Lubbock. He was born September 17th, 1946 in Paducah to Paul and Beatrice Thompson Smith. He married Leila Ann Crawford in Hamlin, Texas on June the 12th, 1964. Curtis was a master barber for 60 years with over 54 years in Muleshoe at the Sanitary Barber Shop. He loved his job, the community, his customers. Curtis was an elder at the Muleshoe Church of Christ, where he was a member, a Bible scholar, and a Sunday school teacher there for many, many years. Curtis and Leila Ann made many lifelong friends through their church. He was a loving husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. For Curtis, family was everything. He traveled thousands of miles to watch his grandkids and great-grandkids in everything they participated in. Curtis loved sports, was an avid golfer. He maintained a yard that was second to none. He was a very active member of the Muleshoe JC's organization in his younger years. He is preceded in death by his parents. Curtis is survived by his wife of over 60 years, Leila Ann, two daughters, Dana Rasco and husband Wes of Muleshoe, Stacy Foster and her husband Kyle of Lubbock, three brothers, Paul Smith of Dallas, Everett Smith of Abilene, and Glendale Smith of Weatherford, four grandchildren, Shani Burris, Jenna Hunt, Caitlin Bennett, and Cole Foster. Survived by three great-grandchildren, Clayton Nichols, Jaylee Hunt, and Jacqueline Hunt. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Church of Christ Memorial Fund, P.O. Box 753, Muleshoe, Texas, or the American Diabetes Association, P.O. Box 7023, Merrifield, Virginia, 22116. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com on their website. And repeating church service for Curtis Smith, 78 of Muleshoe, is set for 2 o'clock this afternoon, Wednesday, May the 28th, at the Muleshoe Church of Christ with Mike McDonald. Officiating. Burial will follow in the Bailey County Cemetery. Please keep the family of Curtis Smith on your prayer list today. Leila Ann and the entire family, please remember them on your prayers. Church service for Robert Smith, 82 of Muleshoe, was held this past Monday morning, May 26th, at the Farwell Country Club. The Farwell Country Church with Ori Nightingale and Wade Unruh officiating. Burial was in the Farwell Country Church Cemetery. Robert passed away on Wednesday, May 21st, here in Muleshoe. He was born December 21st, 1942, in Dodge City, Kansas, to David and Myrtle Giesbrecht Smith. He married Sylvia Weedle in Montezuma, Kansas, December the 22nd, 1963. Robert farmed for many years and was a very hard worker. He was also a missionary in Mexico. He loved the country and the Mexican language. Robert had a great sense of humor and never met a stranger. He talked to anyone and everyone. He loved to sing. Robert was a woodworker in his spare time and made all of his grandkids a bookcase for their graduation. He enjoyed being outside and working in his yard. Most of all, Robert loved kids, his own kids and all the kids at church. He was a member of the Farwell Country Church. He is preceded in death by his parents, a sister, Dolores Keogh, four brothers, Victor Smith and James Smith, Glenn Smith, and Harold Smith. Robert is survived by his wife, Sylvia, three sons, Randall Smith and his wife, Charlotte, of Elba, Nebraska, Stanley Smith and his wife, Eileen, of Fort Sumner, New Mexico, and Michael Smith and his wife, Regina, of Muleshoe. He's survived by a daughter, Juanita Keown, and her husband, Verl, of Montezuma, Kansas, two sisters, Janet Nightingale and her husband, Lloyd, of Montezuma, Kansas, and Linda Keown and her husband, Dallas, of Roquiata, New Mexico. A brother, Donald Smith, and his wife, Devon, of Brooksville, Mississippi, survives him as well. And 17 grandchildren and 24 great-grandchildren. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Farwell Country Church, 995 County Road Y, Farwell, Texas, 79325. And online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Keep the family of Robert Smith on your prayer list. Again, his service was held this past Monday morning at the Farwell Country Church, with burial following in the Farwell Country Church Cemetery. Jennifer Lynn Smith, 64, of Muleshoe, died Monday, May 26. Here in Muleshoe, she was born August the 16th, 1960, in Dalton, Georgia, to George Lewis and Betty Pauline Porter Bedwell. She married Stephen W. Smith in Ringgold, Georgia, on May the 7th, 2010. A private family service will be held for Jennifer Smith at a later date. Jennifer loved all animals, but especially cats. She was an avid reader and owned many books. Jennifer was a great cook and considered cooking her love language. She enjoyed gardening, traveling, crosswords, and puzzles. Jennifer was a devoted Georgia Bulldog football fan. She loved classic rock music, including Leonard Skinner and Charlie Daniels, and the Marshall Tucker Band. Jennifer was a pure-hearted and loving person. She is preceded in death by her father, George, and a sister, Bonnie Haiti. Jennifer is survived by her husband, Stephen, her son, Jason Ledford, and his wife, Jessica, of Dalton, Georgia, her daughter, Heather Williams, of Alpharetta, Georgia, and her mother, Betty Bedwell, of Dalton, Georgia. Two sisters, Carolyn Jones, of Cartersville, Georgia, and Susie Silvers, of Cahuta, Georgia. Four grandchildren survive her: Riley Roberts, Porter Ledford, Piper Williams, and Sawyer Williams. The family suggests memorials be sent to the 10 Lives Club Cat Rescue, P.O. Box 253, North Boston, New York, 14110. And repeating, a private family service will be held for Jennifer Lynn Smith, 64, of Muleshoe, at a later date. She died Monday, May the 26th, here in Muleshoe. Please keep the Smith family on your prayer list today. Well, the First Baptist Church is getting ready for their big Vacation Bible School. It will be next week, June 2nd through the 5th, and on our screen here in the Muletrain, along with the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, along with all our social media platforms. On Sunday evening, we shared a graphic with the QR code. You can just use that to open up and register your kids for Vacation Bible School for this 2025 summer. June 2nd through 5th, scan the QR code that you can find all over our Gillam advertising stuff, including on the screen here rotating during the Muletrain news. It'll be at First Baptist Church, Muleshoe. It'll kick off on June the 1st with the kickoff party from 6 until 8 p.m. at the New City Park, 1611 West Avenue D, there at those cookout areas next to the basketball courts and the water park. Join us for pre-registration and a night full of fun. They have hot dog dinner, bounce houses, and lawn games going on this coming Sunday, June the 1st, 6 until 8 p.m. at the New City Park, 1611 West Avenue D. Pre-registration night full of fun with hot dog dinner, bounce houses, and lawn gardens. And again, Vacation Bible School starts the next Monday next week, June 2nd through the 5th at the First Baptist Church. And that QR code to register your kids is rotating in our Muletrain news today. Well, Monday was Memorial Day. Hope you had a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. And we went out and did the annual Bailey County Cemetery Association's Memorial Day service. It was held this past Monday morning, May 26th, at the Bailey County Cemetery. The board member, Chad Nichols, welcomes and gives a prayer for the crowd. There's a flag ceremony to begin the program by the Girl Scout Muleshoe Troop 6000. Then Judy Kaufman sings the Star Spangled Banner. And the speaker about our Memorial Day celebration in America is Sergio Leal, and this is available on demand anytime you want to watch it free of charge on our website, muleshoetv.com. It's our Meet Your Neighbor program for the month of May, brought to you by United Supermarkets. Look for the Bailey County Cemetery Association's Memorial Day service. Of course, Jeff Kaufman is real active along with Judy and all of the board at the Bailey County Cemetery, and the cemetery just looked great. They've worked very hard on keeping the grounds, the trees, and the weeds down and the grass cut there at the Bailey County Cemetery. Well, also new as last week we did the MHS Athletic Banquet, where the Legends Award was presented to Dr. R.L. Richards, our outgoing superintendent. But you can watch the entire program. The MISC Athletic Director is Bo Dickinson. The Master of Ceremonies is teacher Larry Cribbs, and the Muleshoe Athletic Booster Club that puts on the Athletic Banquet president is Brittany Pinley. Of course, they highlight us, of course, the huge MHS Lady Mule softball run that they did, a historic run into the playoffs and went and only lost one game during their district championship season as well. But every single sport at MHS were spotlighted in that video, and find it free of charge on our website, muleshoetv.com. All of our end of school year videos brought to you by Burton Service Center, Dell Oil Company, High Tech Automotive, Irrigation Pumps and Power Incorporated, Mohawk Auto Parts, McCormick Seeds, Muleshoe Independent School District, Muleshoe Livestock Auction, Precure Electric, TG Fuels, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Barrett Potato Farms, Leal's Tortilla Factory, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, 5 Area Connect, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, and McDonald's Restaurant. That athletic banquet, the MHS Class of 2025 graduation live stream, Dillman Kindergarten, Pre-K graduation and awards, first and second grade awards, MHS prom, and many others. Sorry, last week on Wednesday was my 50th birthday, May 21st, and Kelly, my girlfriend, and I got out of town and went to Santa Fe. And I know one of the videos that we always film, the end of school teachers program, where they named the Teachers of the Year awards in the primary and secondary, and the Staff Member of the Year, all the retirees and service awards. That happened while we were gone, and I hate that we missed it, but that's what happens if you're a one-man show. And I got out of town last week and went to Santa Fe for my 50th birthday. Had a great time with Kelly and enjoyed Santa Fe, but sorry we miss that end of school year staff assembly that is held by the school district. Well, while I was gone, they did release a master schedule for next year's 2025 MHS varsity Mules football. They will start on August the 15th at home with a scrimmage against Dimmitt. Then on August the 21st, at home in a scrimmage versus Shallowater. Then the regular season will kick off at home as well with homecoming. So a very, very early homecoming at home versus Brownfield. That'll be on August the 29th. Then the first away game will be on September the 5th at La Mesa. Then back at home for 2 games, September the 12th versus New Home. Then September the 19th versus Canadian. Glad we aren't having to drive all the way up to Canadian this year. That was an interesting game, as we had never played Canadian before. But glad to have Canadian on our schedule at home this year on September the 19th. Then back on the road, a long one at Clyde on September the 26th. Then on the road again, October the 3rd at Dalhart. Then back at home versus Roosevelt on October the 10th. at Littlefield on October the 17th. Then the senior night game will be played against Slayton at home on October the 24th. Then an open date on Halloween, October 31st. Then the last regular season game will be on the road at Idalou on November the 7th. And that is the 2025 MHS varsity football schedule for this coming fall. You can hear a lot about the football team, along with a lot of other things that are happening in the athletics at school, as we interviewed the first of the month, the new athletic director, Bo Dickinson. That available on our website, muleshoetv.com. Just click on the sports link at the top of the front page. Well, time now for a message from our sponsor of our Muletrain news program for today, Leal's Mexican Restaurant, the original Leal's, right here in Muleshoe, 1010 West American Boulevard, where Victor, Debbie, Kika, all their wonderful employees welcome you and remind you they are open again now on Sundays, 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. at the original Leal's. So make it your Sunday tradition. Returns. Go to church and then come and eat a fresh, wonderful Mexican dinner at Leal's, 1010 West American Boulevard. Don't forget they have a full bar along with many mixed drinks, margaritas, along with many selections of beer now available at Leal's in Muleshoe. They have a happy hour every Saturday evening, along with live entertainment inside the restaurant. They recently had a car drive through the wall there on the southwest corner of the building and damaged the restroom area, but they are trying to get that up and running, and so please forgive them as they are mitigating the disturbance there at the restaurant and get those restrooms back up and running. But Leal's is open, 1010 West American Boulevard. You are welcome every Sunday. They are open again 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. at the original Leal's, 1010 West American Boulevard, 806-272-3294. The Muleshoe Area Hospital District is pleased to announce as they have hired a new clinical services personnel director. Liz Chavez, her smiling face, will be now a member of the team at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. She spent 20 years working in the pharmacy at United Supermarkets and is wonderful to work with. Again, Liz Chavez is the new clinical services personnel director at the hospital. Also available to see patients now is Dr. David Warner, MD. He has moved to Muleshoe last year from the Dallas-Fort Worth area and is practicing now at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, 701 South 1st Street. You can make an appointment with Dr. David Warner by calling 806-272-7544. Also new at the medical clinic is nurse practitioner Johnny Roberts, and I dealt with him a month ago or so, and he was wonderful to deal with. He is a new nurse practitioner at the medical clinic of Muleshoe, seeing patients 701 South 1st Street. Again, stop by, or you can call and make an appointment at 806-272-7544. New nurse practitioner Johnny Roberts and Dr. David Warner at the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, and Liz Chavez is the new Clinical Services Personnel Director at the hospital. Well, it is time now for the weather forecast here for the Muleshoe area. Well, we've had some big rain chances over the past few days, although as the week has gone on, our rain chances sort of have diminished from the forecast, and what we have left in the upcoming forecast has been brought down significantly, but we'll take whatever we can get. As Sunday, finally, we had some storms and clouds roll through. It's much cooler weather over the past couple of days, but we got 26/100ths of an inch of rain here at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6. I know lots of people in our area got more, around an inch of rain, but we'll take what we can get, and 26/100ths brings us up for the month of May here at Channel 6 to 2 inches. and 46 100s, as we had well over 2 inches of rain in the very first week of May. All that falling on May the 4th and 5th, as we got an inch and 5 100s one day and an inch and 15 100s the next day. But the 26 100s that we had this past Sunday, May the 25th, I believe that was, brings us to just under 2.5 inches of rain, 2 inches and 46 100. So we will definitely take it. Going forward, as I said, we did have big rain chances all this week, but that has been pulled back drastically as this afternoon for Wednesday for the Muleshoe area. Now we have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, mainly after 1 p.m. Mostly sunny, high near 84 degrees, south winds around 15 miles per hour. Then tonight, a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 1 a.m. Mostly clear with a low around 55. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Then Thursday, tomorrow, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. In the afternoon hours after 1 p.m., partly sunny, high near 74 degrees, northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then Thursday night, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low around 53. Friday, mostly cloudy, high near 80 degrees, south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then Friday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 a.m., mostly cloudy, low around 55. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms Saturday afternoon after 1 p.m. Mostly sunny, high near 87 degrees. Southwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Then Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 56. South winds around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, sunny, high near 90 degrees. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Sunday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 a.m. Partly cloudy, low around 60. Monday, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, high near 88. Monday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy, low around 59. Sunny on Tuesday next week, high near 92 degrees. So getting all the way up into the 90s by the end of our 7-day forecast. We will see where it goes. Stays rather cool for this little end of May, 1st of June section, with some chances of rain that we will take, but they're all very slight, between 20 and 30% chance of rain. But hopefully we will get some. Keep your fingers crossed and put rain on your forecasts, as we are right under 2.5 inches of rain here at Channel 6 so far for the month of May. Well, we are for sure getting into the summer swing, and that means several things that are annually held, including the upcoming Texas Junior Anglers and City of Muleshoe sponsored Youth Fishing Day. It will be at Lake Muleshoe in the New City Park, West City Park, Saturday, June 7th, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. Make sure to bring all your kids out. You don't need to pre-register them. You can just come and register them out there. And they will break them into different age ranges and have great prizes that they will give away at their award ceremony at noon. We'll be there to film that as usual. That's Saturday, June 7th, 9 a.m. till noon in the New City Park at Lake Muleshoe. Youth Fishing Day, sponsored by the Texas Junior Anglers and the City of Muleshoe. Well, next week, the Muleshoe Water Park will open for their season beginning on Monday, June the 2nd. Admission is still just $3 per person. And note that this coming June 2nd, Monday, will be the only Monday that the pool will open. The regular closing day will be on Monday going forward, but they will open for the season Monday, June the 2nd. Then going forward, the hours will be on Tuesdays. They'll be open from 1 until 6 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday, 1 until 6. And Fridays, 1 until 7 p.m. Team night will be Friday nights from 7:30 until 9 p.m. Then Saturdays, 1 until 8 p.m. and Sundays 1 until 6 p.m. Then every Monday after the first one, they will be closed for the summer season, and that is at the Muleshoe Water Park in the West New City Park. There in the northwest corner. They'll be open again starting for the season Monday, June 2nd. That'll be the only Monday they're open then going forward. They're open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, 1 until 6 p.m. Fridays, 1 until 7 p.m. Teen night will be Friday night, 7:30 until 9. Then Saturdays, 1 until 8. And Sundays, 1 until 6 p.m. at the Muleshoe Water Park. Admission, again, is $3 per person. Well, of course, all the City of Muleshoe, along with the Muleshoe Fire Department, Chamber of Commerce, and all the businesses in town are going to put together a great 4th of July again for 2025. We're lucky as the 4th of July falls on a Friday this year, and we'll have more on that as we get closer. But this year, on the next day, on Saturday, July the 5th, there will be a Muleshoe all-school reunion, and it will be Saturday, July 5th. The all-school reunion banquet will be at the Muleshoe High School cafeteria and commons area, and we'll begin that evening between 6 and 7 serving a meal. Visitation will go until 10 p.m. that evening. Then the meal will be catered by River Smith's Fish and Chicken Desserts, and fish and chicken desserts will be included. It's $25 per plate. You can send your payment now to the Muleshoe Students Association, P.O. Box 100, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or to Happy State Bank attention Susan Sudduth, 202 South 1st Street, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or Venmo to the Muleshoe Students Association at Susan-Puckett-Sudduth. The deadline is June 15th, 2025. It's a non-refundable ticket. Limited number of tickets will be available at the door for $35. Again, the 4th of July celebration will be all day on Friday. And then on Saturday, July the 5th, an all-school reunion at MHS in the Commons area cafeteria beginning at 6 p.m. with a meal catered by River Smith's Fish and Chicken. And again, reserve tickets are $25 per plate. You can send your payment to Muleshoe Students Association, P.O. Box 100, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or to Happy State Bank, attention Susan Sutter, 202 South 1st Street, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or through Venmo to at Susan-Puckett-Sudduth. And that's this Saturday, July the 5th. The deadline is June 15th to get your tickets. A limited number of tickets will be available at the door for $35. Well, on your prayer list today, please keep Cliff Black, Peggy Seagroves, Darlene Henry, Carol Ring, Marge Plowman, Dolores Harvey, Eddie Morris, Betty Freeman, Gail Wilcox, Joe Bledsoe, Joseph Carpenter, Carolyn Kaufman, Emily Bomer Towson, Dave Brown, James Byers, Sandy and Dick Chitwood, Linda Lutz, Corey Collins, Jesse Tarango, Janice Snell needs to be on your prayer list today. Bill Crenshaw also needs to be on your prayer list today. Please remember those grieving the recent loss of a loved one, including the family of Curtis Smith, the family of Jennifer Smith, and the family of Robert Smith, the family of Rosemary Buckner, the family of Craig Kirby. Remember the family of Janelle Smith, along with the family of Kay Moncrief, and the family of Sonia Rahino. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Lee Al's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click the Muletrain News link at the top center of the website page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. We'll hear about Uncle Carl in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at bceccoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Marcia Thomas of Jefferson talks about her ancestors like they were still around. Her great-grandfather had an interesting name.
George Washington Brown, and his twin brother was Benjamin Franklin Brown.
Marcia's grandmother had a brother named Carl. Everybody called him Uncle Carl.
I named my own oldest son after Carl because my grandmother thought that her brother Carl just hung the moon. Anything he said or did was just perfectly right and good, and you don't have to ask any more. It's that the way it is. When he was a young man, he had wanderlust, and he began to roam around a little bit all over the United States, I guess. He met a young woman who was from Houston. They evidently locked up real quick, got married, and lived together for a year. She developed what they call then consumption, which was TB, and she died. And when she died, he said, "I'm through. That's the end of my life." So he just literally quit everything, came back to Jefferson, and this would have been probably mid-40s. He'd never seen a TV. He finally did get a radio, and they finally got electricity down there, like in the 40s. He'd never seen a movie, and he had not been in a church until I married in the 50s. So that was a great concession for him. And he had German police dogs. Those were his companions. But he lived in that little one-room shack, did his own meals, made his strong coffee so strong he could get up and walk somewhere, and made his moonshine. We all thought it was great. He taught himself to drive. He bought an old truck. It was just, I wish I still had it now. It was probably about a 1943 Ford truck, and it was painted gold and black. It was a second-hand truck that he bought from some business around here, and it had a stick shift on the floor. I learned how to drive. I was about 12, but I learned how to drive in that truck. It was hideous.
Marcia Thomas of Jefferson. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.